Well, Arsenal are gonna be looking to get back to winning ways this evening or this night at the Emirates as they host Shakhtar Donetsk, a team coming in through from Ukraine. And there is something that Arsenal fans really do have with Shakhtar Donetsk, because Arsenal wanted to sign Mykhailo Mudryk, but in the due course of them wanting to sign Mykhailo Mudryk, they were denied the chance to sign him because of what went ahead to obviously take place. And Chelsea went ahead obviously coming and hijacked the deal, and guess what, they missed out on obviously signing the player. So it's really going to be one of those things that Arsenal might obviously come up to obviously ask for revenge and say to it that obviously annihilate Shakhtar Donetsk and really send a message to them that next time when we come with our money, accept it and don't really do what you had to do. And by the way, if they had gone ahead to sell Mykhailo Mudryk to Arsenal, he would have gone ahead to be able to face them tonight. But he's at Chelsea and he's nowhere even near the starting 11 for the club of Chelsea, and even he cannot find himself into a proper position of really getting into the game off the bench. That is how bad Mykhailo Mudryk is. So Arsenal lost to Bournemouth over the weekend by 2-0 after William Saliba was sent off, but that red card is not bounding him to participate in this fixture today that Arsenal is really going to be playing at the Emirates. He's really going to be available, and he's really going to be partnering with his usual partner in crime, that is Gabriel Magalhaes. Then for Shakhtar Donetsk over the weekend, they went ahead of his beat team known as Schools by 1-0, and that's how things are really going to be panning out there. But remember, before we go deep into who is going to start and who is not going to start, this video is powered by Muno Gadgets, dealers in brand new phones and brand new laptops. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, continue to subscribe. And if you want a used phone and a used laptop, contact Muno Gadgets on +256 70 99 88 665, and you will thank me later in here. So that is Muno Gadgets for you, and they've gone ahead obviously put in a big shift altogether. And I tell you what, a lot is really gonna be coming up into the mix, obviously give us the best of the best that we deserve and desire. So in here, we are here to obviously bring you what the game of football is gonna be like. For Arsenal, there are players that are really totally out. One, Odegaard is having an ankle injury. Takahiro Tomiyasu is having an injury. Kian Tien is having a hamstring injury. Those who are really doubtful, Saka is having a thigh injury and Julian Timber is having a muscle. Now, them being doubtful, it's like a message being sent to us that something can obviously happen, and maybe we are shocked and surprised by the return of this player obviously coming through and really putting the required shift all together. For Shakhtar Donetsk, they're having only one player who is doubtful, that is Puzankov, and he's really going to be assessed, I think, and we don't know whether he's part of the team that went ahead to travel to come in through to the side of England to take on the side of Arsenal. So after that, I think Arsenal is going to be looking to kill off this game early enough such that Mikel Arteta tries out the ideal centre-back partnership he's going to be using on Sunday as they play against Liverpool. And I think they're really going to be having enough time to obviously rest, because they played on Saturday and they rested on Sunday, Monday. They are playing on Tuesday, meaning that they're going to rest for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4 days. And I think that will be ample time for them to recharge their batteries to host Liverpool and see how things are really going to be panning out at the Anfield Stadium. So that is exactly what is really happening at the side of Arsenal. So let's go into the probable starting 11 for the club of Arsenal, because we don't have a lot to say about this beautiful game, and Champions League is back. Remember, Arsenal are really having 4 points in this tournament. They've gone ahead to play 2 games, 1 draw with Atalanta, 2-0 win against PSG, and they'll be looking to obviously add another win to take their tally to 7. Remember, the top 8, into this table will find themselves straight into the quarterfinals, right? And the next 16 teams will obviously have to play into what we call a playoff, and those 8 teams out of the 16 teams, the winners will face or will be drawn against the 8 sides into there. So that's what you're really having coming in through from the side of the Champions League and the table, but they are playing Shakhtar Donetsk that is really 27th. I think Arsenal is 14th on the table, and a win today might obviously escalate their levels to where they deserve to be. Now, let's go to the probable starting 11 and see how Arteta is really going to be trying to obviously put in his team. In goal, it's none other than David Raya. No doubt about that. He's really going to be in between the stitches. He has kept 2 clean sheets in the Champions League, and he would love to obviously keep another clean sheet today. And I think they stand a very huge chance to keep a clean sheet today, and they have to obviously send a very huge message to everyone. They're really going to be facing that. We are here, and we are coming to you thick and fast. At the right back, I think it's going to be Benjamin White, maintaining his position like he came in through to play as a right back when they're playing against Bournemouth over the weekend. On the left back, I think it's going to be Ricardo Carafiori. Though Zinchenko is rumored to be back, but I don't think that he's really going to find himself in a position of really getting into this game as a starter. And I think for him to get in minutes, will obviously be played as a substitute. So for me, I see Carafiori playing as a left back because this is the reasons why he can't. This Champions League football is one of the reasons he came into Arsenal, and him coming into Arsenal obviously gave him a very huge goal. Then right-sided centre-back, man who was red carded, that is William Saliba, obviously will try to come in through and obviously play into this fixture and see how he really gets back his team back to the winning ways. Then on the left-sided centre-back, obviously it's going to be Gabriel Magalhaes, and I think if Julian Timber will be on the bench, then the manager will be like, Saliba, get off. Let's see the partnership between you, Saliba, and Gabriel Magalhaes. You understand? But I know that Gabriel Magalhaes and Julian Timber, I think they played was it one game together in the preseason in the US, And I know that partnership can obviously form more and more to see to it that they really get in the hugest positive results from this fixture and prepare for the game of Liverpool. So that is the back five. Looks like it's going to come in through unchanged, like how it played against Bournemouth. And then in the midfield, I think this is where some huge changes are really going to be commencing for Mikel Arteta. I think Jorginho deserves to start. It's been long since Jorginho got himself onto the pitch of Arsenal playing football, and I think this comes in as a perfect fixture to obviously get Jorginho playing into that beautiful game of football. You understand? Then Thomas Partey, I think, has to be really dropped a little bit because they need to get him fresh in the game of Liverpool, right? Then who else alongside him? Mikel Merino, I think, is going to come in through to start into that midfield for the club of Arsenal into this particular fixture because he really had some good games, some good minutes in the game of Arsenal versus Bournemouth. His hold-up play is really great, and I like the way he fights for the ball in the interceptions, and being his first start for Arsenal, I think the manager has a chance to obviously get him up and running into this game. And on the left side of the three-man midfield, Declan Rice. Obviously, this guy is undroppable, and he has on several occasions. So he was really there doing the needful. That is Declan Rice. So those are three central midfielders that I believe Arsenal is going to go for in their system of 4-3-3. Then we obviously have to go to the front three of Arsenal. With Saka doubtful, I believe that Harvey going to have to be given a note to start in the game of Bournemouth, and he was taken off. The manager is really going to react wise and obviously start him on the right. That is Raheem Sterling, and I think he really had some good moments, and this is the game where you would love to see Raheem Sterling start and obviously throw himself into those records of Arsenal, like getting his first Champions League goal for Arsenal, because he got his first goal for Arsenal in the Carabao Cup when they're playing against Bolton Wanderers, and this fixture comes in through very, 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 very early for him to obviously blast and really prepare to push for a start against Liverpool. But I believe he's really going to be started today into that position. On the left forward, obviously, I see Martinelli starting. Remember, he started off the bench when they're playing against Bournemouth. He came off. He got one of the best chances of the second half, and he missed it out. And that's when Bournemouth went in through to score from a set piece, and obviously a penalty that saw Kluivert's son, that is Justin Kluivert, going ahead, obviously make it to nil and sending David Raya the wrong way. Then leading the line, Kai Havertz. I think if Kai Havertz had gone ahead, obviously participate into the international break, then Jesus would have gone ahead, obviously be granted a chance to start this game of football because of the very many minutes that Kai Havertz would have gone ahead to play and them preparing for the game of Liverpool. They would want to see him in fresh legs. But having gone ahead to rest for 2 weeks, I think the manager will play Kai Havertz for some good minutes, like 60. And depending on the game situation, that's when Gabriel Jesus will obviously come in through. So that is my probable starting 11 for the club of Arsenal. And I think it can go there and obviously get a win at the Emirates. But we are really having some head-to-head stats that you people need to obviously know about. And here we come to obviously flash them on the screen. And you know very well that after the head-to-head stats, that's when we come in through to give you what we call the prediction. 1. All 4 UEFA Champions League meetings between Arsenal and Shakhtar Donetsk have been won by the home side. In 2000 and 2001, 2010, 2011 group stages, the Gunners won 3-2 at Highbury. In 2000 and 5-1 at the Emirates in 2010. So Arsenal have gone ahead to win most of the games. Secondly, Shakhtar Donetsk have failed to win any of their last away UEFA Champions League matches in England, all in the group stages, 1 draw and 6 losses. They did avoid defeat on their last visit through drawing 1-1 with Man City in November 2019. So every time they step on the English soil, they are nowhere near good to win the game. Then thirdly, Arsenal haven't lost a home game in the group stage Champions League since September 2015 when Olympiacos beat them by 3-2, winning 8 of the 9 such games since then. 1 draw. Indeed, the Gunners have kept a clean sheet in all 8 victories in that run. So they are kings of keeping clean sheets at home in all of the games they've gone ahead to play. Then, lastly, Arsenal have kept a clean sheet in both of their games in the UEFA Champions League this season, 0-0 with Atlanta, 2-0 with PSG, while they last kept 3 in a row in the competition back in September, November 2009, 2007 under Arsene Wenger. So, we are waiting to see whether Arsenal goes ahead, obviously keep 3 clean sheets in a row. And if at all they do, the rest will be history. Then lastly, Shakhtar Donetsk are one of only 4 teams yet to score in the UEFA Champions League this season, with the Ukrainian side ranked last in the competition for total shots, 10, level with Lille, and shots on target, 1, through their opening 2 matches. Obviously, they've lost 1 and drawn 1. That is Shakhtar Donetsk for you. And with all that I've gone ahead to read, I give Arsenal a 3-0 win against Shakhtar Donetsk, though Arsenal can even go gung-ho and go 5 because they need to send a statement that we are still Arsenal, the contenders of the league. And I've gone ahead to see very many people speaking very, very, very naive about Arsenal, that they've gone ahead obviously find themselves really losing and there is no way they're going to put themselves into a proper position to really get back to winning ways. But I believe Arsenal are getting back to winning ways. And this fixture comes in through at a perfect time because if you're playing a team like Inter Milan right now, like they're going to be playing next in the Champions League, you are like, I've just gone ahead to lose to Bournemouth, and why do I take on Inter Milan? But they are taking on a side known as Shakhtar Donetsk. It's stubborn and boggy, but I tell you, they have to obviously come up and put in the Rokani shift altogether. So my prediction is for 3-0, though I think Arsenal can go gung-ho. I sign out for now. See you later. And Rokani David remains my name. First video of the day. I'm out. Bye-bye, my mates.